Hey guys, Randy back again. Just did a shaving video this morning and I just got it posted on YouTube, so go watch that one. But I told you in that video I was going to do a kind of a review of some brushes, and including the one I used this morning. This is a Frank Shaving. There's the logo on the bottom. Frank Shaving Silver Tip 26 millimeter. Ah, soft, nice brush. Let me give you a little background about me and Frank Shaving. I met Ming Lee about 5 years ago, and we just became really, really good friends. Although we're thousands of miles apart, we've spent a lot of time talking to one another, and he's just a super guy, and we just kind of hit it off with one another. And at one time, after we had known each other for a little while, he asked me if I would be interested in distributing his brushes here in the U.S. to cut down on shipping time from him to the customers here in the U.S. And I thought about that for a while, and I got back with him and told him, yeah, I would do that. And so he sent me an inventory of brushes, and I was shipping his orders from here to the U.S. customers, and he would reimburse me for the shipping. And that way, a person would get their brush in 2 or 3 days, which is a lot quicker than they could get them from China. Ming's in China, of course, which is the badger capital of the world. That's where most all badger hair comes from. And so that went on for a while, and it got to where that I just didn't really have time to do it. And when my inventory ran out, rather than restock all that, we just kind of stopped doing that. But we've stayed in touch with one another, and talked to one another quite a bit. And from time to time, he'll send me brushes to try out. And so he sent me some brushes here the other day, this being one of them, and I want to show you the others. And I'm doing this video because Frank Shaving doesn't get the credit they deserve in the shaving world. He has some of the best badger knots on the planet. He knows his badger. He's very good at what he does, and he has all grades of badger and a couple other things I'll show you here in a second. But that's the brush I used this morning. I have another beautiful silver tip, which is a 26 millimeter. I love this little thing. And that's the logo on the front of this brush. And man, just look at that. That is so soft. You just can't imagine. But there again, it has that backbone that we're all looking for when we want, a good brush. Here's one that's a finest badger. Logo's on the bottom of that one. It's in a really pretty purple color. I love purple, and I don't know how. I don't guess he knew that, but he sent me a purple brush. I really liked it. But this is the finest badger. It's got a little more scritch to it. It really softens up when wet, but a lot of people like that scritch. It's what they want. This is a pure badger. Again, logo on the bottom. This is a nice little green handle that I really like, and it's a really nice feeling brush also. And I test lathered all of these yesterday, and he sent me the knots and the handles, and I picked which knot to put in which handle, and I glued them in, and then I did a test lather with them, and they got all the badger smell out. It only takes like one time. So I'll tell you something I have found that really, really works on that. If you get a new brush, I don't care where you get it, whether it's badger or boar or what it is, sometimes they have a kind of an animal smell to them. This new stuff that Dawn came out with, this spray, platinum, I believe it's called, Dawn Platinum. Well, that stuff works really good. You just cover the whole head of the brush and just kind of rub it in your palm and for a few minutes and rinse that out, and it helps a whole lot with that. Those are the badgers that he sent me. Now, Ming has got something now that he hasn't always had in the past. Several years ago, some of my followers on YouTube and in my Facebook groups, they were Bor users. And they were asking me, do you have any Bor brushes from Frank Shaving? Well, Ming didn't really do much Bor business. In fact, he didn't do any. But he found some Bor, and he made a brush and sent it to me. And I said, no, this is not, this won't get it. We need to improve that because it just wasn't a good quality Bor. Well, when I got these brushes yesterday, I got surprised. There were a couple of Bor brushes in there. There's this one with the logo on the bottom. This is an unbleached Bor. And then he also sent me a bleached Bor. These are some really good Bor brushes. I'm telling you, that Bor hair in these brushes is really, really good Bor hair. And you can see I've been conditioning these, and the ends have already split quite a bit on these. And these are usable right now. And I just got them yesterday and just did a little bit of work on them. But I am really glad to see that he has found a source for good Bor hair, because a lot of people prefer Bor, and I love Bor. If it's a good Bor, I like it. And so I'm glad to see he got these. And I don't know the prices of any of these. You can go to his website. If you don't see what you're wanting on his website, in other words, if you want one of these Bors, and I'm not sure they're on his website yet, and you can't find it, or if you want this brush and you go to his website and you don't see it, just tell him he's on Instagram, Frank Shaving on Instagram, Frank Shaving on Facebook. And if you don't know what else to call this brush, just say, I want that brush that Randy used on his last video. And he'll know what you're talking about. He'll get you what you want. He'll custom make you a brush if that's what you want. And the same thing with the Bor. If they're not on his website, tell him you'd like to have one of his new Bor brushes. And tell him if you want the bleached or the unbleached. He'll fix you up. Now I want to show you the coolest thing I think I've ever seen. When I got these brushes, this was in there. You can see his logo on that. And what this is a travel brush. I've never had one of these. This is anodized aluminum. And what you do is you unscrew this top, and you take the brush out of this. There's the brush. You screw this back on, and then this threads into this. And you've got yourself a travel brush. Isn't that cool? I love that. This is a silver tip. It's a 28 millimeter. This is a little bit bigger brush. But boy, that is just perfect for travel. I love this thing. And I'm going to use it when I travel. It's got a real pretty, it's anodized aluminum. And it just looks really nice. And then when you get done shaving, you just take the knot out, take all this apart. You just slip the knot back down in there, push it down, screw this back on, and there you go. Isn't that cool? I like that. Unless you can't tell, I really do like that. That's just the coolest thing I've ever seen. I love it. But that's his brushes. I brought another brush in here that's not his brush, but I wanted to show you this because I have a lot of sterling soaps, and I shop on sterling quite a bit, and I noticed that Rod and Mandy there at Sterling Soap, they have partnered with Zenith Bor, and they have created a sterling Bor brush, and that's all engraved. It's not just painted on. That's really nice. This is a 28 millimeter brush. And this I do know the price of these because I just bought this one. This is $38, and then he has a 31 millimeter brush that sells for $46. But I just wanted to show you that. And it's in the sterling green that matches the tubs. It's really neat. When I do sterling shaves, I'll use this. But anyway, that is the Frank shaving brushes that I wanted to show you. And I think you really would enjoy that. You can get 20% off, don't forget, if you use, when you go to his website, in the coupon code box, just put Randy Shaves, and then when you get ready to check out, it will take 20% off automatically of your order. That's a generous discount, and I appreciate him doing that for my viewers. I don't get anything for that. I don't get any of that 20% off. I'm just trying to help people learn that he has good products, and if you give them a try, I think you'll really enjoy them. I know I do. And he's just a super family guy, just a super guy. I really like him a lot. And I'll tell you what kind of guy he is. And I told this on my shaving video, but my wife and I had our 45th anniversary 5 years ago. We've been married 50 years in next month, which is, it's a long time. It's a half a century. Can't believe it. But anyway, he found out that it was our 45th anniversary, and he made me a special brush for that, put our names on it. And he's just a cool guy. I really like him, and he's become a really good friend. So visit frankshaving.com. I'll put the link in this description of this video. I'll also put my discount code in there. And go to his site, look around. If you don't see what you want, like I said, get a hold of him on Instagram or Facebook and say, hey man, I watched Randy's video. Here's the kind of brush I'd like. Can you fix me up? And I guarantee you he'll do it, and he backs his products. If you get anything that you're not pleased with, you'll get your money back. That's the kind of guy he is. But you'll like him, trust me. That's all I wanted. I wanted to show you that, and go watch my shaving video that I posted a while ago, and I'm about to go in and upload this thing and get it posted so that you can watch it too. And I hope y'all have a Merry Christmas, and keep watching. Give it a thumbs up if you like this, and please subscribe if you haven't. I really do appreciate it, and I'll talk to you guys the next time. Adios.